Hey, yeah, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports.
He was biting me today. We were biting each other, and he just goes,
The band starts cheering for their
Get him, Zaya.
Welcome to Lumen
Get
Field
him.
in Seattle.
Get him. Oh. Get him. Get him.
Yes. Of their ear? That's weird. Of their ear. Weird.
Here's Graham Gano out
We'll
for the
never get
opening
with the
kick.
kid's ear on me.
And we're underway from Seattle. Here's White on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him
You
down
get, like,
as the
a
return
higher.
reaches the 35.
That's weird. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. And his game will begin with an incomplete
When you
pass.
figure out where the fuck you want to eat,
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open.
why are you
on
giving
the
me
route,
off?
and your quarterback enough time to find
Yeah,
and
bullshit.
hit them
You're
with
the
the
picky
throw.
one.
When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Blast through midfield. Works the sideline inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle.
Definitely, you could take that fucking shit
The
off.
Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker.
You can
the
get a salad
touchdown.
anywhere.
Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think
She likes
touchdowns are going
lettuce.
to come
That's all
that
she likes.
easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They're going play action. Connects with Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Play action on first down. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up second down. Walker running to the right. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Cordell Flott there on the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Here we go, son.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Keep going.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Ready?
Trying for it, it's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. A give right side to Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, side.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Go red, 80. Reset.
Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 1st down from the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get to...
And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. Gano ready to send this away. Here's White on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right. A lot of grass ahead. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing here, Darnold. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
We're gonna set.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here goes, son. Red 80. Hey, son.
Walker. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Come on, set, get up.
He finds him right side. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense up to the line fast.
At the 60, at the 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll throw for the end zone. Escapes the pocket. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
The Seahawks offense, look at this. They aren't leaving the field, lining up and going for 2. They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing now off play action. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. And in, touchdown, New York. Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take a slim 2-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks working here. Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To the air, 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made, it's Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That's complete to Darius Slayton. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants grow their lead just before halftime. Gano ends the point after. And the Giants push the lead to 2 scores now. Gano ready to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. and that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Yo, lady. Listen.
Now Darnold. He fires one deep down the middle. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Son. Listen.
Here's Darnold to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, son. Yo, lady. Listen.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to White. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, son. Listen.
Darnold looking to throw. Delivered to the sideline. Smith-Njigba brings it in. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Listen.
They'll throw it again. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, I'll tell you what, what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Listen. Listen.
They are throwing it again. Finds Smith-Njigba. And that will not be enough for a first down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So on third down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And this stays a 2-score game at 9 points.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Seahawks 12.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
They're set up at the 35 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Giants will have a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Forced out to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Second and 10 now. Buying some time right. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing it again here. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
We go, set. Set.
Here's Darnold. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
We go, set. Set.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now ahead of third down. Darnold. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Giants get it back after making their third first-half interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on first down. He rolls to his right. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And now they face second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Third and long for him here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Ready, go!
Running left, here's Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set. Reset.
Throwing here, Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
We'll staying with Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red 80. Red 80.
Now Darnold. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third down run by Dobbins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This one goes for 3 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Get up. Let go. Get up.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks need to score quickly.
We go set.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Set.
Trying again following the sack. He'll get this complete to White. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 3rd and just 2 to go.
We go set. Set.
Looking to throw it. Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Ready. Set go.
Quick throw right side. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go, set. Hey, set.
From the red zone now. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Giants come up with that kick. They're going to hold on for the victory in this one.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
They put a receiver in motion here left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He finds Johnson. He has room past the 25.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage. But the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
On first down, they'll run. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Good now, we're ready to send this away. Here's White on the return. Return's looking good so far. They've got first down from the 31. They go play action here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Razor, 70 Razor.
To the air now on first and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into passing, known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Now to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.